guys, welcome to IG Live, and it is me and Sarah and the other Sarah.
Yes.
So you get two Sarahs for one, and today we are going to talk about packing. And it's a little more than packing because it kind of, you'll see as we talk about it, you're going to get a lot of good ideas for how to clean out your closet as well. Because when we were talking the other day, and I was thinking, now that I've become such a pro at packing over the last couple weeks, it's almost like if I were redoing my closet now. People talk about redoing your closet by doing a closet purge.
Right.
And I almost feel like what I would want to do is get every single thing out of my closet and then build it like I would a suitcase, right? Because you don't take everything in your closet and put it in your suitcase and then pull out the things you don't want, right?
I mean, ideal, yeah.
That would be crazy.
In an ideal world, no.
That would be no.
But like, if you have to make that split decision in terms of like, am I going to be, charged overweight baggage?
No, but imagine if you were really wanting to streamline your closet, if you started with it completely clean and started pulling out, okay, these are the places that I go. I go to work, I go to the grocery store, these are the things that I love. Like, it's almost like I would build my closet now the way I build out a suitcase.
Yeah.
So, anyways, just thinking of shit. All right, so what we are going to do today is we are going to take you through some different pulls that we have. Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Sarah, do you mind bringing that rack over here into the middle? Sorry. So we're going to do some pulls by location. You guys have sent us some really tricky locations here. And so we're going to make some recommendations and talk to you about the why behind it, because it's not so much about the physical items, but you can imagine like the categories that they cover. I don't know. I'm not very good with my words right now. I also was schooled a little bit. I knew that I did. I'm gonna say I did know that you can't wear white to it.
I'm going to say I don't think you did, because you. Not only did you put it once, but you threw in the blazer for like the Friday night
Just for
welcome
good
dinner.
measure.
Yeah, for good measure.
Okay.
But I mean, the outfits were so well curated.
Yeah,
Not for that specific.
I think,
event.
yeah, let's just not go to the wedding. Okay, guys, so I'm going to walk it back on, even though there was a black print in there, I get it. Like, if the bride wants to be that one beacon of white, and I'm like, hey, over here, then that's rude.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to be rude, so I'm going to walk it back and don't wear that, but I would definitely wear that to a wedding, to a party. You're like, wait a second. Yeah. I would wear it to a party in Milan, like if I had a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Let's just call it
I
that.
mean, like, bring that, literally put it on your neck strap.
Yeah.
Just like add it to that suitcase. Mental note.
Done. But what I want to show you with that trip and a way to think about the travel packages when we go through them today is I kind of was thinking about, and I know this is going to look crazy, and I'll post it in stories in more detail, but I think one thing that's helpful is when you're traveling, just do like a little color code of all the myriad ways that you're going to be able to put together outfits. And so once I did this, I realized that like for this weekend, I really needed like eight different outfits. But you can see that when you pack smart, each outfit isn't isolated on its own. You have a ton of overlap in a really great way. So if you map out the clothing ahead of time, I think that's really helpful. And I think with our travel that we did here for my 3-day not wedding travel, I brought a carry-on, but I could buy so much stuff because
Yeah.
I had tons of room in that luggage.
And I feel like that's so important. That's kind of like the one rule of thumb is you're always going to bring something back.
Yeah.
So it just always amazes me when people
Especially
are like,
in Milan.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, if the airport, duty free, that's where it's at. But yeah, because then you're just going to have to end up buying an extra bag, which we've all done. I'm not saying like we're perfect packers, but.
So pack it tight, pack things to be worn multiple times, and really be cognizant of what your one and done items are in the bag. So for that party weekend, you know, you don't have to be so efficient and be like, I wore a dress to the party and I also wore it, you know, hiking. Things don't have to be that multifunctional.
Totally.
But just limit how much, like,
Absolutely.
how many one and dones are in the bag is kind of like our woof in and out had to have pyramid. Like those one and dones should be just like one item. So yeah, so if you look at that packing thing the other day, it was just one item was like the over the top dress. So the other rule with packing, which I think is great, is you know how when you think you nailed it and then you get there and you're like, I kind of wish I'd had
XYZ.
just a few more things, right? Like a few more options to make outfits. And we know that the best way to make outfits is to have the woofs with you.
Right.
So Sarah, come help me unpacking.
Oh.
So what Sarah did is I was like, how many woofs can you get? Oh,
Yeah, that's a little drawing demonstration.
nice. All right. So we wanted to see how many woofs you could get into a box, because I think that what's nice is when you get everything packed out, then it's nice to have your like just in case. Like I've just called them the just in cases. But what you don't want is like, and I've done this before, but like this is not a just in case item, right? Like you don't want the just in case item to weigh 7 pounds and take up half your bag. So here, what all did you get in here?
So I was trying to figure out how many pants you could fit. This is about the size of my face. Like this is such a small box. Like, there
Well,
you
yeah,
go.
actually, if your face was this big, I probably would bring you to the hospital. Like, I don't know what she ate, but
My face and a half.
yeah, face and a half. But to have, like, the thing is, just to even have these options, like, if you know that, like, these sporty nylons are, like, your go-to, then just to have all, I mean, this was a lot. Like, right, yeah, I'm not suggesting 5 just in cases, but we just wanted to prove a point, because I was like, how much can you fit
Yeah.
in the smallest area possible?
This isn't even half of your bag. Like this is smaller than your toiletry case.
Yes. I love your toiletry case. But what's great with the just in cases, and so here we did them on the nylons, is the nylons make so many outfits, right? And so when you travel, I know with the best of intent, you can get there and then all of a sudden you're like, I fucking hate what I bought. And then those nylons become the savior. So anyways, just in cases should be small, very portable, be able to tuck them into some. And nylon's good too if
You
you.
could literally put that in a pocket.
Yeah.
Like I could literally just
'Cause I'm
put
like,
it in one of these pockets.
If there's a chance that your
100%.
luggage is lost,
100%.
then that's the thing too. Like you want to. Yeah, it's like when your extra pant actually fits in your pocket, then
I mean that's smaller than like one of those umbrellas you get at the drugstore. That breaks.
No, it is. Like it's. This is like an infomercial though, where I'm like, I swear to God, you know, like, fuck, it's not working. No, but it works. I mean, it's
And-
a little like.
Whatever,
You got
yeah,
something
but
in your pocket,
but let's be real. Tell me you haven't walked through an airport with like a water bottle here, something here. You've actually
Right.
seen me walk through an airport with all of that, so this is like nothing.
So the point is, it's obviously super easy, compact, and this kind of thing can be your savior if you are prone to having your luggage lost, which, knock on wood, has only happened to me 3 times. Just kind of a lot, I
That
guess.
is
Anyways, so let me say something about my outfit and where I'm going, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And then I want to hear your thing. So this outfit is actually in response to a woman who wrote to me, and she's going to Como, and she needs to look super professional, but it's going to be in June.
Mhm.
So Como's warm in June. It's not sweltering, but it's going to be warm. And she's going to have like a lot of smarty pant people around her, and she wants to be very elegant and chic and appropriate. So I'm going to show you one of the perfect things to bring is this is our wrap skirt, and this one is in the tropical wool. So it is very lightweight, and I think with just like a clean white men's shirt here and the sandal, it's super chic. But what I love the most about this is that, for me, the great thing is all of this detail kind of says vacation and you are someplace fabulous, and that you're not just, you know, hanging out with all the smarty pants people. So what's great is, you know, if you are going for cocktails that evening, then you're going to be able to switch out and wear maybe like a bodysuit here, and then you're going to put on a sparkly sandal, and you are absolutely like Como bound, because, you know, like there's little stones all over. You don't ever want to be walking around too much in a high heel in Lake Como. So now with this, you're perfectly ready to go for evening. But then the other bonuses with this skirt, this is the best item, is you can even do like a little sightseeing and put on,
Should we raffle that?
yes, let's do,
Okay.
at the end. What's the prize?
The shirt.
No, I'm sorry. What do you have to do to win it?
Matt's gonna think about that.
Okay.
Whoever sends me the funniest joke in the DMs.
Oh, funny joke in the DMs. Okay, so this is our handmade t-shirt here. And so if you're just running around sightseeing now, this skirt is not so precious. You don't look crazy. And then you've got like a bright little flat on with it. And then you've got a t-shirt that says, I love chips. Who doesn't love chips? And it's super chic, right? And then, so is it really the funniest joke? Matt said you have to submit a funny joke, and then you'll win the t-shirt. This is the size. This is it. You get what you get, because I made this. And this is really good.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, the skirt goes 3 ways. So for the person who is going to Como, this is what you need. It's elegant, it's chic, and really thinking PDW, you are, I've got on the play. I got on the play, you saw the D and you saw the W. D is for dinner, W is for work, for any newbies here. And where do you go?
Well, do you want to go into that trip, or you want to?
No, this is kind of my trip. She's just doing a quick.
Oh, that's the whole.
Yeah, like she's like, I
What's
need
all
the
that
bag.
for?
No, those are other trips.
Oh, there's multiple. You
Oh yeah, I'm
I
going on
only
other
did for,
trips.
Oh, I only did 2 trips.
Go for it.
Oh,
Let's
well,
talk
this
about
is,
your trip.
okay, well, this is not the full trip. This was just
Yeah.
a part of it. So I am going out to Steamboat, Colorado for one of my best friend's weddings this summer, and I'll probably go out for like 4 or 5 days. And this outfit, this is the jean trucker jacket from Resort. I've just rolled the sleeves. This is the cashmere tube top, also from Resort. Sam jeans, and the belt from Spring, which is called the menswear belt, and I'm wearing the brown Mark jeweled slides in suede. And this look is, you know, what I'm wearing when I probably get there on Thursday. I'm gonna go out to dinner and, you know, maybe go to the bars after with my friends. So this I can definitely, you know, take off, and I'm just wearing, you know, jeweled flats, which are both comfortable, but also like add a little flair, a tube top, because it's like my going out look. And then I just think the trucker jacket, just for me, feels like it identifies with Colorado, and but it's still true to me. So out of order though, but so this is my plain look. It is the denim jogger from Spring Fundamentals with the denim camp shirt from Summer. And, you know, I'm wearing this because either I'm flying directly to Steamboat, or I'm going to fly to Denver and then drive. So I want to be comfortable, but again, I like really, really love like theme, and denim and this kind of like workwear element is what I'm going for Colorado. Again, I'm wearing this trucker jacket. This jacket is coming with me the whole time. I am probably bringing cowboy boots, but also bringing my rubber Bottega boots, which I wear all the time. So this is my travel look. Wait, can someone just put this skirt up here?
Sorry, the burgundy?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh no, I need the body suit.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get to
Oh, okay. Oh, I see, thank you. Okay, so then Friday night at the welcome dinner, I want to wear something that's a little bright and colorful, but then toned down again with these like summer neutrals that just have a really nice like undertone, natural vibe. So I'm pairing this sheared bodysuit in aquamarine from Resort with the summer wrap skirt in burgundy, cotton poplin. I think that this color combo goes really well together. It's giving me a lot of ton in terms of 110 or none. I am going to pair it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna pair it with the orange metallic Rudolphs. And you guys, this is how you do ton. And I'm comfortable because, and like honestly, we're probably gonna be in the grass. We're probably gonna be in the mountains. I don't really know. Actually, in a barn. So these make a statement, but I still feel like I'll be able to walk around in them. And again, this is just something so easy. But wait, I'm probably gonna bring the trucker jacket with me because it gets cold at night, and you know, I just think it really all works together. It's the color story. So that's my Friday night look when I'm meeting with my friends. And then I'm gonna talk about the tweener look. All right, so I'm gonna really go there again. I'm really about a theme. So I'm gonna grab the Intarsia, kind of like, this is Pac-Man friend?
Yeah, our little loosely Pac-Man.
Loosely Pac-Man.
Trademark to that.
Loosely Pac-Man, oversized knit and oversized short. Honestly, if I'm coming out, we're doing an Airbnb with all of my friends. I have a feeling someone is definitely going to be making coffee in the morning, no matter whatever the weather is. This to me just feels like a go-to Colorado tweener moment for me to check my emails, probably call Amy. Probably because she's texting me. And again, I'm wearing it with these like rubber boots, which are just like my go-to for everything. But this feels like very, very easy and fun. And honestly, I could just wear the shorts with a tank top. Same thing, this feels like I can mix it around. And then last but not least, I have my wedding look, which are surprise.
Nice.
Okay.
So you're not wearing white to the wedding?
I'm not.
Noted.
Okay. So I'm gonna wear this navy cotton poplin dress with the open back cross detailing from spring. Guys, this is such a great dress for, I think, honestly, everyone with whatever chest size you are. Tracy and Amy really made sure that, you know, it was like closed off and not, do you want to explain it?
Yeah, no, what someone did, which was really great. So I'm so grateful that I've had the last 3 months now in so many dressing rooms with so many people. And so what is great about this dress is a couple of customers who are a little fuller up in the chest, what they did is, if you hold it this way, they actually then brought this up through here. It's kind of like Cat's Cradle, you guys, if you ever played that when you were little. But what they did is they brought it up through there and then they secured it again. And so because you've got all of these little rings and everything, there's so many places where you can really like kind of lift and shift things around.
Such a great
And it's really helpful.
Yeah, so I'm wearing this dress to the wedding. It's probably in a barn. And again, wearing this trucker jacket because it's gonna get cold and gonna want something. However, I did bring an accessory which I think you're gonna like not really. I don't know if you're gonna be into it or not, but it's a Miu Miu headband.
Okay, I don't wear headbands.
I don't wear headbands either.
I'm not angry at them.
I
see people wear them.
I don't wear headbands either,
yeah.
but this is giving me like London 90s grunge music festival with the jacket and the stress, and you know, I think that I'm also doing.
Well, let me just say something real quick, guys. I think this is the way that when we talk about being a creative pragmatist, the thing is it's a sliding scale. And so if you lean into that creativity, that's amazing. And it allows you to look like this with that, which I don't wear that, you know, and I don't wear clogs. But there are tons of things that I wear that you don't wear.
Totally.
And so I think this is where you can really, you know, you bring in yourself by having these like incredible basics, because I do love that. I love it for you. I think it's great.
So this was, for example, this was a have to have for me. I literally think I've worn it once or twice, but this kind of feels like a very fun, special moment, but and like a dress that I can throw on whenever.
Yeah.
But I think that having this little have to have just makes it a little special for that occasion. And I definitely think it's important, guys, to make sure that you're bringing a sweater or a jacket or whatever that you think is cohesive with what you're wearing to that event, because nothing is kind of worse than seeing like a random fleece that like you just brought to the winter wedding, or like your super long puffer coat over like something really special and beautiful. It's like you're not doing it ironically, like you're just literally cold.
Yeah, I agree. I think there are ways to layer up that are really discreet. Actually, let me show you with that one more time. Because one of the things I have on the packing list of must, no matter what, is, you know, the things that I think about in my suitcase that are going to grease the wheels of everything is I always make sure my suitcase that I have one really bright thing. And, you know, for me, that might be, well, for me, often it's like maybe it's the Bayron slide here. I suppose I could have just moved back. It's the idea of like a bright earring. But if you have just those little bright elements in your bag, they don't have to take up a lot of space. But that becomes like a huge savior. Like you can have the same thing every day being worn, and you're not going to notice it if you're able to twist it up. And then since you brought up the sweater, having those knits that don't take up any space at all, but are soft, like really soft and really pliable and tiny. Like, so of course this one, you know, can just go into the tiniest ball, but it becomes, you know, you and I both, like this to me is, you know, really making sure that you can tie something around your waist. Gives you so many options if things are cooler, if they're hot. And then even with this navy dress, if you had it like, if you were wearing this as a scarf with your jacket, I could see by like way at the end of the night, like it's really getting colder and you're just putting this on. And honestly, you've got your headband on and it's a great look. And so get those pieces that are lightweight, not transparent, but light enough here that you can actually kind of see a little bit through that. But those very lightweight cashmeres, this is a lightweight fine merino wool. Those are really cool, really, really important to building out your outfits. Are you done with your travel place? Okay, yeah. So this is a freaking beast of a travel that someone sent us. I almost like thought it was a joke.
Oh wow.
And she wants us all to be carry-on. But I do think, you know, I show those, the Ramoa bags, and I do find that, so my trick for getting the most onto the airplane is you get the largest size Ramoa or whatever luggage that goes in the overhead. And then I take one of these bags. And so if I've got one of these bags that, what happens is this fits like perfectly on top of the Ramoas when you're going to the airport, it's easy. But then I'm always able then to put my other bag in the bag. So
and that's key when they're like, you have
only 2
bags, and I literally take the bag off them and just put it in.
You're like, hello, here you go.
things too fast. There you go.
So Miss Wonderlust, who wrote to us that she is just freaking going everywhere, you are going to have to get so much use out of the clothing that you're bringing. So this is a trip. She is going to be in the Black Forest of Germany, which I've never been, but it sounds like a great, like,
farmhouse sounds beautiful.
Farmhouse. And then she's going to be in Frankfurt. Then she's going to a wedding in Mallorca. Then she's going to Paris. Then she's going to London. And then she's going to the London countryside. And when I first started thinking about this and the fact that she wanted to carry on, I was like, oh, you're fucked. Like, no. But then I was starting to break it down, and I thought, well, really, she's only going to 2 destinations. She's going to like something that is like country sun, and then she's going urban, right? So if you think about it in that way, instead of like London, Frankfurt, like think of it, you're going urban and then you're going country sun. And then you have one and done event, and that's your wedding, right? So for the wedding, obviously we've nixed this, but you know that we have lots of other options that fill that opportunity. So don't wear the white and black. I've been slapped around enough about that. But that can be your one and done dress. You don't have to be able to repurpose that like crazy. Although, will you bring me one of the crispy nylon, the nylon taffeta, you know what I mean. Again, where are my words today? She is.
I know.
Yeah.
Important question.
Yes.
Want to know if we've moved on from Pringles and it's all chips now.
Whoever asked, great question.
That's a great question.
It's not all chips. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's not all chips. And I have some chips that we are focused on more than others. And we'll be bringing them out slowly because they are delicious. And we are not sponsored.
Very delicious.
Byron's adding
Great,
it
Byron
on the
wants
chip.
to
We do like our chip.
not.
Okay, so anyways, now we've divided this up into urban and country, right? So when you think about urban and country, then it becomes about proportions. Like how much wear can you really get out of something by how much you mix it up. So here, like if I'm wearing this pant, right? So this is the striped railroad pant. So what you want to make sure of is that you have got a piece in the bag that can be utilized in so many different ways. And while I'm going to show you this with the mindset of travel, I also implore you guys to think about this in the mindset of what happens when you get something in your closet that you've received in the mail and you're trying it on for the first time. Do not, like that's been the quickest thing that I've learned on these trips is like I'll put something in a dressing room and then like I'll walk away and take a sip of water and I come back and they've like tried it on and thrown it away. And I'm like, put it back on, slow down, because there's no such thing really as bad clothing. There's just bad proportions, and there are bad ways of not really like manipulating it to really work for you. So really spend some time and see, what are the different ways that you can manipulate something to work for you. Because as you're looking just at Sarah and I mean, yes, you're a 00, I'm a 4, but we're just beyond even the size, like we're very different in shape and where things hit.
Totally.
And people are. We're all individuals. So I know that when people come out of the dressing room, sometimes they'll think something is too small or too big, and then we play with it, and then you realize like, oh my God, it's much better to have one piece of clothing that I can manipulate in certain ways rather than pieces of clothing that are so designed specifically for all these different measurement points. So to that point, clearly I've got the pants on here with the I Love Chips t-shirt, and then I'm going to bring a blazer that has a little more structure to it because we've got London and Frankfurt and Paris. So for my plain blazer, I'm going to be a little more, I'm going to use my space for a blazer to be on my body, first of all. I don't want this to take up space in the precious cargo that I have. But I'm going to let this one err on the side of a little more formal because it's absolutely casual enough to wear every day. I'm not wearing this in the forest in Frankfurt, but I am wearing it running around London and Frankfurt when I'm out shopping. Okay, and then I'm absolutely wearing it in the city when we go out at night. And so have that. For me, I'm going to not bring the Liam. I'm going to err on the side of something a little bit dressier here. Okay, so this is fine for the airport, and I'm fine that my pants are dragging around a little bit. Of course, when I go in the bathroom, I'm going to like lift them up. But now, I'm going to show again this trick, the hack that we showed a few weeks ago. And someone sent this to me that it's actually like a military cuff or something.
Oh.
There's something in the military that's like this elastic band that they give the soldiers, and it goes over the top of their boots.
Makes sense.
And then they put their pants in it. It's the same idea. Like, so they didn't copyright it, and so I'm gonna like do this instead. But we know you're going to take a cheap tube sock, and we are going to put it on our foot right there, and you're gonna have it like stop wherever you want your pant length to stop. And then we are just going to tuck it in, and I'm going to tuck it in all the way around, but you can just tuck it in the back also if you want it to stay longer in the front and not drag. So this to me is a really important option, especially when I'm traveling in London, because I remember the first time I had these long jeans in London, and it started raining, and then all of a sudden like the water seeps up, and then it's like your navy blue and wet through there. So bringing a pair of pants that really can be so manipulated is really, really key. And then you want to have a pant too that like if you're going out at night, then you can just have on your bodysuit, and you know, then you've got like this little option as well with you. And then you've got your gold shoe on, and you're just absolutely perfect for like dinner in Frankfurt, London, or what was the other one? Paris. Yeah. So here, like all of a sudden just packing, so we said to pack in your bag something bright and something nylon, right? But also something glittery to me always saves the day. Just that one glittery option just changes everything to like a good night option. And then you also want the pant that, this is why guys, this rise is very important. A lot of you, when you put this pant on in the dressing room, you came out and you were like, hello, what gives? And I'm like, stop that, stop doing that, let it rest. If the pant doesn't fall off your body, then it fits.
Totally. Like this
doesn't fall off your body.
Right, but I'm wearing
Yeah, you got a belt.
But I got a belt, and
Yeah.
this is where the intended fit should
Yeah.
be, because that's how I want to wear them. I could do the same thing, and
Yeah.
then like I
Oh, because you're wearing these are your size.
and then a friend, I put Jack in there.
Yay.
But
Yes,
this
yes.
is how I like. That's how these are the Sam jeans.
Yeah. And a 24.
In a
right?
24, yep. And these are how they're supposed to fit.
Yeah.
I don't personally wear high-waisted jeans,
Yeah.
and so a belt. I'm a big on belts.
Well, what's great too is I think one of the reasons some people don't wear high-waisted jeans, for myself or maybe you, is sometimes it can feel so uptight.
Mhm.
You know, like it's a little too
Totally.
finished, too refined.
Mhm.
So what I love about wearing a jean or this up high with the belt though is this then
Super
takes
baggy.
on all the, it becomes like your Diane Keaton moment.
Totally.
It becomes much more relaxed, and it becomes a different thing, right? So now you've got this pant that you're able to wear it on the airplane, you're able to do this, you're able to do this with you can do 5 million things. So for,
totally.
and we still haven't even gotten to anything yet that's in your suitcase. Like we've already just repurposed what was on the airplane rather than what was even in the bag. So you can see that we're going to get there. So for the wedding, I think this is so chic,
It is so
right? But I think, can we try one thing? Do you mind putting this on? And you can just leave it with those shoes, Sarah. So the other thing that we talked about, which is great for a traveling like this, is having, even for the airplane, that thing that is super refined, so that if you do need to go to any workplace, or if you're headed off to Paris right away, and you don't want to show up at like Cafe La Fleur in a, a Mickey Mouse t-shirt or whatever, you want to be a little more put together. So having the thing that is comfortable enough to wear on the airplane, but refined enough that if you had to go to Paris without your luggage, you would still be seated.
You wouldn't be okay, but like you would.
Yeah, I mean you'd be pissed, but you're still going to. They're going to definitely, put you at a good table, right? So what I'm going to show you is this is from the cut ups, and I hate our tags. Let me get all caught. So what's great about this top is it's one that it's just effortless, but it is so put together. So this is in a crepey fabric, which I want to say I feel we're really feeling for this fabric going forward. There's something really interesting about these heavier crepey fabrics that you can see it has like a lot of give to it. And what's great is this one is it's like a neutral, but that is actually like purposeful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think even wearing it with the striped jean here, it
Really
totally works,
yeah.
right? And then if you do have the fancy dinner, then for sure this is totally working for you, right? So, all right, so now we've got our wedding night, and we won't wear the banglets, right?
Maybe at the ends of the night.
Yeah, end of the night. Is she allowed to wear white shoes at a wedding?
Okay, she is, but I will say there are brides out there
Yeah.
that like
Even that's an issue?
They will go nuts.
Are they bridezillas?
Yeah,
Are they
at
on a
my
TV
friends,
show?
you know who you are.
Okay, so obviously this is the option. And then we know that in the summertime, to me, what happens is when you put your arms to it, it becomes a little formal.
Mhm.
And so remember, when you put on the jacket and you feel like it's a little formal when you put your arms to it, then don't put your arms to it. Like that's how you solve things, is you just don't do it. So now all of a sudden, this is so chic and elegant, right? And then if it is, well, you're in Mallorca here, so I don't think you're going to be chilly. But what's great is if you brought, I always bring a little purse that's big enough for like a phone and like some chapstick. But I think what's great too is if something like this can fit into it. So I just wanted to see, what does this look like over your dress? So now I just wanted to see, I called this dress a one and done. I said that you're on big at the wedding and this is maybe the only place that you can wear it. But I want to see now, like if you were in London just going out to dinner, can we make this dress into like a skirt?
I think we can.
Let's try.
What's the size of your cup?
The size of my cutoff top is
4.
a 4. Yeah. Yeah.
Or small.
Is it, what?
It's a small.
Oh, sorry. It's a size small. And this comes in a ivory and a black as well. But it's super good.
So the nice thing is
Oh.
that it gives the shoulder pad.
I
which
know,
is so
right?
Cool, yeah.
So what's interesting for the urban look here is that if you were going out in the evening in Paris, there's something like if you were wearing this in Mallorca for cocktails, this feels a little aggressive, right?
Yeah.
Right?
It's in the it's also black. It's very stark.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Right for Mallorca.
Yeah, from Mallorca. And you wouldn't wear it in the English countryside like that. This would feel very,
No.
but in London and Paris, all of a sudden, it looks like you're wearing a really purposeful black sweater with a strong shoulder, a green skirt, and then you got the shoe here, and you are totally good to go. So now with what we've shown already, we're like 5 outfits in, and this is the first time we've even dipped into the actual suitcase.
Yeah.
Bonus. Okay, right? And so now the bodysuits are the key for traveling as well. So I think that what the nylons are so great about doing is they're one of the only items that can really bounce across your urban and your countryside. So what I am a huge fan of is the nylons here, especially in the camo and in the, can I borrow your blush ones? Like the blush ones. So what's wonderful about these is they do allow you, like if I'm gonna buy something on the trip, maybe in London here, maybe I'm gonna pick up like a green sweater or like a bright yellow sweater, right? So here, what's great is these nylons become really great no color colors. Because when you go on vacation, sometimes I'll leave with like a New York attitude, and then I get there and I'm like, why did I pack all the black and gray and brown?
100%.
Right? Like that's such a pisser. So either make sure that you don't pack all gray and brown, or if you do pack all your neutrals, that you've got things that are like so ready to be brought in with, like if you're not in Capri here, but even in Mallorca, you could go and get some like beautiful linen embroidery blouse, or where else is she? She's in the London countryside. What are they wearing? Do they sell them? I mean,
Do they sell them?
that is for sure.
I have not been to the London countryside.
I haven't.
Sounds beautiful.
I know. I'm gonna buy a sheep.
I mean, I thought that as well. So
Is that singular or plural? A chef?
sheep. Sheep.
Chef.
Chef. Chefs.
You don't buy a chef. You buy a sheep. Okay. But anyway, so here are the great no color colors, and there are also things too. Like if you wore this and this, like this could even be like a bright yellow T-shirt and then a brown belt, and it creates lots of great outfits. But then we all know that like I'm gonna wear just like a simple white T-shirt here with this, and then I've got my black jacket from the airplane, and now all of a sudden I'm perfect for London. Even walking around London all day sightseeing, I'm going to do the trick with the socks, and I'm going to make this pant shorter, and then at nighttime I'm going to put on the jeweled shoe, and I've got my nighttime look here. The other throw on in the bag is the black nylon skirt. And I love this because with the bodysuit, it becomes, like even though it's black, it's so bare that you can really accessorize this with something bright and fun. And then again, you've got your bright shoes with you, you've got your gold shoes, so a million outfits. And then I stole the dress here from Sarah, but this to me, like in the London countryside, I could see like afternoon lunch, and maybe I'm wearing a cardigan or something that I bought in Mallorca, because for the record, this person said that they did want to be able to buy things
Totally.
and then come home with them. And I think what's great is when you go traveling with that attitude, I love it, because what sucks is if you buy everything before you go, and then you go with this big suitcase, you still want to get things while you're there. So now you're just like, you look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like you're going through,
You're like
you got-
ripping tabs off of stuff, and you're like,
Yeah, yeah. So what you want to do is, if you travel with like all these key woofs like this, you're so efficient in your travel, but when you get to Mallorca, you can get the great linen piece. And when you go to London, maybe you get like that hand knit cardigan in the countryside, and then, I don't know, a strudel, I don't know what you get in the Black Forest. I haven't been, my husband's Czech, I should know this stuff, but it allows you to pick up something that is, I just use examples like Capri or things like that. You can get the jeweled shoe, you can really come home with something great from where you travel without feeling like, I get a little nauseous if you bought all this stuff and then you know you're not gonna wear it.
Right. That's the word. Like you bought it, you wore it once, and then like it wasn't even your have to have or anything. Like it was more of like an impulse buy because you were just like, oh, I'm going here, I need stuff.
Well, and I think like when you're like if you're in Ibiza or somewhere, what's great is you do get very caught up in the moment. Like, really, like all of a sudden in Ibiza, you're questioning like, should I cover myself in, sequins and everything? So what it does is it allows you to get something there, and then when you mix it in, so like if I'm there and I'm going to get like some kind of handkerchief wrap around top, if I'm going to mix it in with like one of my nylon joggers, I'm going to very much feel like myself and not like I've totally gone off the rails. So some other things I just want to show really quickly as perfect for traveling. This was something that I showed on Insta yesterday, but these skirts are definitely a new favorite here, and I showed it with the white. But what I want to show you guys is, actually, will you talk for a minute? I'm just going to go put this on so they can see an up-close detail on it.
Well, because we only have like 10 minutes left, right?
Yep.
So I'm not going to as many places as Amy, but I will say my second trip is to Nantucket, which again has, I think, its own identity, very like prep, which I really love, but I want to make my own. So I am going to pack the same jean as Amy. This is the Stonewash striped Stella what is this? Stella jean. And I'm kind of going to do a twist of prep, and I'm going to do a stripe on stripe, which I think honestly just kind of your eye settles. But additionally, to get more wear out of this, I'm going to pack this taupe camisole from Spring. I'm going to tuck it in, pair it with like a Rudolph or even the Pablo shoe, which I feel is very very identifies with Nantucket.
Yes. Yeah.
However, I'm making it my own. I was just saying, like, I'm very much going to do a stripe on stripe.
That is so you.
For me, but, like, it doesn't say nautical to me. It,
no.
like, at all. Like, I still feel like
No.
myself, but I still feel like I'm fitting into the environment that I'm in.
Yeah, I think kind of riffing and playing on the environment in that way is really fun, So what I want to show you with the pleated skirt is when you travel with something that is really soft and doesn't wrinkle. I had this balled up into a crazy mess when I got to New Orleans, and then it doesn't wrinkle. It's crazy. But what I wanted to show you guys up close is what you can see here is these pleats here are twice as wide as the pleats in the middle. So what that means is that everything in the middle looks much more narrow because this is framing it. And it also, because it's not the smaller pleats on the side, it's not spreading out and looking really wide. And what was the most exciting thing is I saw this on such a range of body types, and this was a skirt that like continually lit people up. It really looked incredible on every body shape. If you want to use like, this is so chic, but if you want to use like all the fruit or whatever as examples, like bananas, pears, apples, everyone looked really, well, I don't want to say the word look because they look great, but they felt great in it as well, and you know how important that is. So the other thing I want to point out, when you're traveling with something soft and you're going urban and country, what's great is something as simple as a belt makes something urban versus country. So this skirt, which is perfect for walking around Paris or Milan, can totally get the treatment for Mallorca without the belt. Like in Majorca, you're just doing the bodysuit
Totally.
and a sandal. And then in the evening in London, in the countryside, I'm definitely going to put this on. And this is going to become, guys, can you, we're having a little internal debate here on these sweaters, and we don't ever want to stop doing this one.
I mean, they're amazing.
I know, we need to, anyways, save this sweater. So we love this. So having this big sweater on, and then for me, of course, if I'm traveling, I'm going to wear it with the bright shoe. So remember, always pack a bright. If you are interested in any of the Bayrons, we did put the order in for the recut. They will not be done until mid to end July, which I know is late, but the thing is, you guys can tell anyone who hedged last year, then you're like, damn, we'll keep wearing them, and we'll keep wearing them into next year as well. So please let your stylist know if you want a pair, because I don't want to disappoint you when they come in, because I don't want them to be all called for. I mean, I do, but I don't, you know what I mean? So when you're packing, something nylon that folds up into a ball, something bright, something bold, something glittery, something super light and cozy, something strong but easy, like that blazer was a good example, and then something a little ironic, like the Chips tee, which you could probably buy.
I'm trying to keep anyone right about it.
Yeah. I know that Matt has said that he got some good jokes. Did you laugh though? I never heard him laugh once, and I find that problematic. You didn't laugh?
I'm not problematic. They just need to up their game.
Ouch.
Damn. Although, yeah, anyways. Okay.
But sending love.
Yes, all right, yeah. Way to couch that. So guys, we will try and dissect these further on future stories for you. And like I said, if it is not too much trouble for you guys, I love Procreate, and I found this incredibly helpful when I have been packing and working on stories for you guys, really thinking about all the different outfits that can be made. And then we'll let you know who won the t-shirt. I'm excited to give away my t-shirt. I can't renege, but
They should, if they're gonna send jokes, they should send them in the DMs, because I can't go back in the live chat.
oh,
So they should DM Tibi.
DM Tibi though. Like,
can
Yes.
you please DM Tibi your joke? And whoever, this no, I have an idea. This is how we're gonna decide the winner. Whichever joke makes the office laugh the loudest will win.
We'll print them out and put up a board, and we'll have votes.
Yeah. And whichever, okay? So DM Tibi, and don't DM me, DM Tibi, and then you can win this handmade Chips t-shirt that I just painted in my office. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you. I hope you got something out of this, and bye.
Bye.